so often been the case. The season now has really caused them to meet patients even through the weekend. So it's been a little bit rough, but we'll take care of it. What I want to show you here today is a very short video, and then we'll introduce TruIQ thereafter. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So do you mind if I show this to you really quickly? As you can see here on the screen, this is YouTube, youtube.com. If you're taking notes, by all means, please do so. What I'm going to show you is that at youtube.com, there's a host of excellent resources to help you share the good news that I'm about to share with you with others. Let's just show one, I think it's a 2-minute video, very, very short. But it helps you at least see the purpose of our discussion here today. So I'm going to, if you watch on the screen, you see I'm typing TruIQ Global, TruIQ Global. See that right there?
Yeah.
Pops up. Now, I think the best way to start is show you the magic of the natural medicines we bring to you and have here available for all TruIQ members. So let's watch this one.
What do you want? I want a job that I don't hate. When I do something that matters.
And that is TruIQ. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, that's a different video. Let me go back here to the other. Let's see. So let's watch an introduction to CBX4.
Don't waste your money on CBD. Now hold on. Don't turn the video off. If
Can
you're
y'all hear
already
that?
taking CBD,
Yep.
Good for you.
Maybe I'll turn this around.
You're on a good path, but there.
Oh, that's you over there.
So let me turn this around so you can get a little bit better sound. As I said, this is only, okay, it's 4 minutes. If you'll share just 4 minutes with us, it'll give you kind of a basis to understand the good news we're about to share with you.
Don't waste your money on CBD. Now hold on. Don't turn the video off. If you're already taking CBD, good for you. You're on a good path, but there's a much better way. If you're thinking, should I try CBD? Let me answer a couple of questions that might help you make the decision to even try a CBD product. First of all, let's answer the question, what is CBD and where does it come from? CBD is cannabidiol. It's called a cannabinoid, and it's found naturally in many different plants. In fact, as you see here in the Cannabicae family, there's hops, sandalwood, hackberry, of course, hemp, even marijuana, but we're not talking here about marijuana. In fact, we're going to be talking about hemp. As I started to mention, CBD can be found in hemp in rather high levels, as a matter of fact. But here's the problem. CBD is not the only cannabinoid you can find in hemp. Hemp contains over 100 different cannabinoids. In fact, in the Cannabicae family, hemp contains the highest level of cannabinoids of any plant, which is why it's the most popular source for CBD. But as I mentioned, CBD is only one of the cannabinoids that you can find in hemp. Hemp contains high levels also of CBC, CBG, and CBN. So why would we want CBC, CBD?
So you see we're talking about all 4 of these natural medicines.
Well, as we look at the benefits here from CBD alone, you can see these benefits are great. I mean, who wouldn't want these benefits, right? But let's look at the benefits you can get from CBC. You see, they compound with CBD and offer yet even more. But then let's also now look at CBG. CBG has even more benefits. So naturally, anybody looking for the maximum benefit you can derive from hemp would want CBC, CBG, and CBD. But don't stop there. CBN also has fantastic benefits. So if you're looking for a great hemp product and you're contemplating trying a CBD product, don't just buy CBD. And Please don't buy that cheap gas station grocery store stuff. It's just that cheap and it won't benefit you at all. But if you can get a high grade, medical grade in fact, hemp product that contains CBC, CBD, CBG, and CBN, now you are unleashing the full power of your body that can only happen if you have all 4 of these cannabinoids in your body. If you're taking CBD, you're getting roughly 1/4 of the benefit that hemp can give you. Well, 1/4 is better than nothing, I suppose, but when you want 100% of all the benefits that hemp can give you, that is what happens if you take CBD with CBC, CBG, and CBN. So now you're probably asking, well, where on earth do I get all 4 of those? The problem now is solved. CBX4 contains high levels, not trace levels, and this is very important, contains high levels of all 4 of these cannabinoids, which means every benefit we listed up until now is available to you naturally in CBX4 and only in CBX4.
So my friends, please forgive us for the sound. I know that this room is rather big and we have to be able to hear better, but I hope you got the basic idea of these natural medicines. Yeah, the sound is only coming from the computer.
Why don't you set it up?
Next time we will. Yeah, next time we will. And at the TruIQ office, we do have that sound system. This is the first time we've been here, so we don't know how to connect to all the sound. But I hope at least the video images can give you a glimpse of how by bringing natural medicines to us and the people we love and care about can change our lives. We see all across this state, specifically here in Vegas, people are buying cannabis or cannabis-based products, and CBD is popular. But why? And why are they wasting so much money on just CBD when now we know that the other natural medicines fix so much more? And that's what I'm about to share with you now. So are we all ready to come in? I see we've got a little party back there. Let's all come back in here and have a quick conversation, if that's all right.
Yes.
So we'll close YouTube down and bring back up a few slides that'll help us share the good news of TruIQ. Come on in, my friends. We have 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to count down from 30 to, let's see, 7, 6. No, Joe, you help me out. Let's do some counting.
Yep. Right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meeting TruIQ.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jason. I'm the president and one of the co-founders of TruIQ with Mr. Preston, the chief executive officer of TruIQ, with Doctors Kirkland and Carol, who, as I said, unfortunately could not be here today, but are always in the backgrounds helping our medicines get better and better all the time. Now, if you're wondering whether or not this is strictly a business, then I'd like to set the record straight before we move on. And that's this. The reason I am here, the entire purpose, and I know Mr. Preston feels the same way, and if the doctors were here, they would tell you the same thing. The reason we drive all across the United States to share this information is because these natural medicines have helped us and our children and our families. And we want you to know that you can derive the same benefits. So as an example, so using my own personal example, it's this. When I was in my early 20s, I think I was 24 years old, I had a tumor growing in my spleen. Do you know what a tumor, sound? Yeah, great, yeah, please plug it in. Now, does anybody know what a spleen is? What is a spleen? Yes, sir. What is a spleen? It's an organ, correct. What does the spleen do?
Immune system.
Immune system.
Yes, it controls, creates, and regulates the immune system. Well, it turns out after my high school and college athletics and having been hit so many times in my spleen, I had a tumor growing in my spleen the size of a small football.
Ooh.
It was so big that it was pushing, now imagine me 20 pounds ago, but it was pushing my rib cage out so that you could see a big bump here. This side was the same, but this side was bulging out. And so the doctors told me, hey, Jason, congratulations. You now have a chance to have surgery. Because that tumor growing inside of your spleen will kill you. It'll either become cancerous or it will keep growing so much that your body will just pop like a grape. But we can fix that with surgery. Well, thank heavens they did that. When I was, as I said, about 24 years old, I had surgery to remove my spleen. Now, one of these days, maybe if we go to the pool or go suntanning, I can show you one of my scars. The one I'm most proud of is the one that goes from here all the way down around my belly button, down into below my belt line, where they ripped me open and pulled out my spleen. Now, after that, sorry?
Pulled out the tumor or the spleen?
Both. They had to remove my spleen with the tumor. Now, the result of that was I'm still here, right? I haven't popped like a grape yet. But the doctors told me, you will now no longer have your own immune system. Your immune system essentially does not exist. You have to rely on now some of your smaller organs and the other systems in your body to stay safe. But most likely, Jason, you're going to die in your early 40s from pneumonia, a viral infection, or some kind of terrible bacterial infection we've never even heard about yet. Unless you take all these inoculations and shots, immunizations, boosters, all these medicines. They gave me this whole long list of things that they said I had to do in order to live past roughly my early 40s. Now, as a young athlete at that time, I took that long list, I read it once, wadded it up, and threw it in the trash can. Now, the result of that, though, was this. For the last 25 years, I was sick with almost everything imaginable. Every cold, flu, sinus infection, virus, bacterial, I got all of it. I lived on antibiotics for over 2 decades. But all the while, I was able to, through my career, to travel the world, living in multiple countries, to seek out and find some kind of a natural source, some natural mechanism that might somehow elevate my own immunity so I don't have to do what the doctors told me and still be able to live to see my children create my grandchildren. That was my goal. It's been a rough ride, my friends. And if you've been sick a lot, you know just how hard that can be. You know, when you're always getting sick, when you always have colds, you're always going to the doctor, things hurt, you know, all those things, it's kind of rough, isn't it? Especially when we're trying to adapt to the new world around us. Well, during those last same 20 years that I've been finding a way to elevate my immune system, I also had spine reconstruction. Has anybody had severe back surgery before? I mean, the kind of surgery where they screw into your spine and bolt rods to you and make you like bionic. Anybody done that? Oh, I gotta tell you, it is not fun. It is not fun. I cry easily, but the time I cried worse was when I woke up after my spine reconstruction with no pain meds. I woke up and went, oh, Jesus, kill me now. I want to die. The pain was that bad. But since then, I've come to understand that there's a correlation between our immune systems and our ability to fight pain. And with pain comes anxiety and depression. Now let me add just one more piece to this, and then we'll talk about the details. And that is this. I was fortunate enough almost 28 years ago to marry a wonderful woman who gave me 3 children, 2 boys and a baby girl. I call her my baby. She's 19. So 24, 21, 19. 2 boys and a girl. But interestingly enough, our children all came to us with special needs. My oldest son has severe autism. My second son has what's called ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. And my girl, my baby girl, she has autism too. So here I found myself a couple of years ago when I was talking with Mr. Preston and Doctors Kirkland and Carroll saying, it seems like in today's world, there ought to be a way for us to easily address these things naturally. I personally believe that there is a God in heaven who created this world for us, and that there have to be natural medicines somewhere on this earth that can help us. This body's natural, my children's bodies are natural, everything around us comes from his creation. There has to be some way to leverage all of that to solve a lot of our health problems. And that, my friends, is why I'm here today. Because we found a way here in TruIQ to boost our immune systems so that we don't need all those medicines. We found a way to overcome the pain, the anxiety, and a lot of those social disorders naturally and organically and safely without side effects. That is why we are here today. Now, I know most of you, I can look in your eyes and see that you have some specific questions about the science and the methodology, the mechanisms that make that work. How is it possible that throughout our whole lives, we've never heard about such a thing? We've never heard about a multi-biomedicine product that addresses all of those issues at the same time. Well, let's discuss those details. So as you see here on the screen, if you're tired of having to take all of those meds, filling your prescriptions every month, paying the doctor to write a prescription, call it in for something that could otherwise be addressed naturally and without side effects, then you'll very much like what I'm about to share with you. I guarantee it, and I promise you. This is just a quick slide to talk about how once you embrace the TruIQ movement, once we join forces and lock arms together and start sharing the good news with other people, TruIQ pays you for those referrals. It's as simple as that. And not just for your direct referrals, but for everybody who joins TruIQ, even if they're not your own personally enrolled people. Now, there are 3 C's in TruIQ that we're pretty excited about. The first is what's called cryptocurrency. If you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, if you don't own cryptocurrency, there's only one thing you need to know, and that is this. The future of money is cryptocurrency. Like it or not, embrace it or not, the reality is the world is changing, and the new kind of money is going to be digital. Pretty soon, we won't be able to use checkbooks anymore. We won't likely even be able to use credit cards anymore. We'll only use our phones. And we'll have cryptocurrency, which is a much safer, better, global way to make payments and earning cash more safe. But like I said, whether or not you understand and accept cryptocurrency, that doesn't change the fact that TruIQ is a leader in that industry. We've seen this coming for a long time. Our technologists and programmers have been finding ways to leverage the new cryptocurrency industry into our national or natural medicine movement, and also what you see here at the bottom, cash. If we're honest with ourselves, we have to accept this truth, that the vast majority of the people we talk with are looking for ways to make extra money. Too few of us have a way to pay our bills. Too many of us live from paycheck to paycheck. We need extra cash. Well, how do we do that? That is what you see here on the screen. In fact, Dr. Hahn, I was pretty excited about what Dr. Hahn said. Dr. Hahn said that their whole team, they've been looking for years on Wall Street. They've been looking for a legitimate American-based company that offers natural, organic, and safe products that actually work to replace those synthetics that come with liabilities. Think about all those television commercials we see on TV, right? It seems like in a 29, 30-second commercial, the first 10 seconds is it's going to help you with all these issues, and then the last 20 seconds is what? It's going to give you a heart attack, hemorrhoids, hangnails, herpes, halitosis, and those are just the H's. It's going to give you all kinds of health problems. So the side effects are something that these folks and more of us are concerned about. Yes, we want a fix for our issues, but we do not want side effects. We want potency and safety at the same time. Now, therein has lied the biggest question of all. The pharmaceutical companies have been able to become so huge because they have the potency, but they don't have the safety or the organic, natural basis. That is what Dr. Hahn was celebrating when they heard about TruIQ. So if you happen to be on the internet from time to time, you probably saw CoinSwap, this article at the top left. This is an article published every single day about the latest news in the cryptocurrency world. And what they're saying is just this. Cryptocurrencies tied to product-based companies can have real intrinsic value. And a legitimate company that sells real products will have an edge. That's the edge we want to share with you. You deserve better, and I'm going to show you how you can receive it. So if you know the facts, if you know the details of what's happening around us, then you can celebrate like what Maria was doing when she was kind of jumping in front of the camera saying, yes, these 4 natural medicines, they work. I found a way to get them into my body and my children's, my family's bodies without side effects, and they gave us the expectations we wanted without a prescription. Now, let's move on to discuss this right here. TruIQ, when Mr. Preston and I and Drs. Kirkland and Carroll, when we came together, we agreed that TruIQ should be what we call a member-driven movement. In our parlance, what that means for us is that you deserve to control your future. You deserve to run TruIQ. There will come a time very soon where this presentation that I'm giving will be given by you. That all the sales and marketing decisions relative to things we're discussing here now will be done by you, if you want it. So TruIQ's constitution allocates a certain number of seats on the board of founding member directors. If you have been part of sales and marketing organizations before, but felt like your voice didn't matter, that you weren't able to control the future of that company, and you thought, if only they would listen to me, then this company would be hugely successful. If you've ever felt like that before, then just know that the TruIQ board of founding member directors is waiting for you to sit on one of those seats. So, details. Look at the National Institute of Health. What are they saying? Does anybody here know what the National Institute of Health does here in the United States? I'm not surprised. Yeah, most of us don't. But here in the US, the National Institute of Health works like a health ministry in Philippines and Asia, Europe. It's an organization run by the federal government whose purpose it is to find health solutions for its populace, safely and naturally. And what they concluded, what we discovered here, this was published just about 3 weeks ago, is that even the National Center of Complementary and Integrative Health, under the National Institute of Health umbrella, said those 5 words. The majority of us want natural solutions. Now, when I first read that, I went, well, duh, of course. We all know this, but at least now they know it. So the question is, what do we do now to take full advantage of that? That's what I'm excited to share with you. Consider what Global Newswire said. The United States natural medicine market is going to reach, can I have somebody read that number? How big is the natural medicine market going to be by 2028?
26.2 billion.
Billion with the B, $26.2 billion. That means on average, every family in the United States is likely to spend over $100, every single family, over $100 a month on natural products by 2028. The question is, how much of that money is going to be yours? There will be $26.2 billion floating out there, generated by people who are buying products like we're discussing here today. But how much of that is yours? How much of that is going into your bank account? What we'll show you here today is that there is a huge proportion of all of that money that you not only deserve, but can easily claim in the form of cash and cryptocurrency. Yes, Doc.
The one.
Oh, you want me to go back?
Thank you.
You're taking a photo?
Yeah.
Well, this whole presentation is available to you online.
Yeah, but I am sending this to my friends.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, as you wish. If you need to stop me anytime, by all
Thank
means
you.
do so. So, consider this. When we talk about natural medicines, such as in my case, where the doctors told me you have to take a lot of medicines in order to live past 40, the alternative is my body could make more of them. Or if my body can't make enough natural medicine, then I can take it. So we can either make those medicines or we can take those natural medicines. And they control everything you see here. From our brain, lungs, and the whole rest of our body is controlled by these natural medicines. But if we're not making enough of them, we have to take them. Where do we take them from? That looks like this. It's called CBX4. It's a complete medical blend. It's a 4-in-1 concentrate of all the natural medicines that most of us are not making enough of, so that we can overcome so many of those health issues that we have. Such as what? Well, do you know anybody who can relate to these kinds of things? And we'll go down the list here a little bit more. But if you know someone who is suffering from pain or any of these kinds of issues here, anxiety, immunity, viral concerns, these 4 natural medicines in CBX4 almost exactly replicate those natural medicines that our bodies should already be making, which is how and why, as you see here on the screen, if you know someone who struggles with sleep issues, falling asleep, staying asleep, maybe waking up kind of groggy and funky, or is worried about any of these other issues, such as pain, anxiety, depression, cognition, then now you know that they have a solution. These 4 natural medicines, they're supercharged to address all of these and the rest here. I'll only show you these 12. So here's 6 more, then we'll end on this. I know we're in a hurry. But do you know anybody who can relate to any of these? Like in my case, autism. That's a big issue. What about viruses? Do you know anybody who's concerned about getting a virus of some kind?
All of us.
It's the #1 health issue in the United States. Now, how many people today know that there are natural medicines that are guaranteed to boost our immunity so that we don't have to worry about viral infection? How many people know that? Do they know that even the National Institute of Health has proven that these 4 natural medicines will either prevent that virus from entering your cells and at the same time remove it from your cells naturally, safely, and without side effects? I would say most of us don't know that. But you need to know that. You do not need all of those prescriptions that are being peddled to us if we have high levels of these natural medicines. So ask yourself, my friends, do you know anybody who's worried about becoming infected with a virus? If so, tell them the solution is here, and it's as easy as taking this product right here. This one I just showed you called CBX4. Now remember the video I showed you a second ago where we talked about CBD and how ubiquitous CBD is. But too few people understand also that CBN cannabinol, CBG cannabigerol, and CBC cannabichromine can also now be put into one single medical grade product. These natural medicines are grown where? Where do we make these natural medicines? Does anybody know?
Utah.
Where do we
Utah.
make these natural medicines?
Utah.
Utah. Utah, USA. And where? Where in Utah? Has anybody been to CBX4 Farms? Has anybody here been to the TruIQ CBX4 farm where we grow and extract all of these natural medicines? No one's been to CBX4 Farms here? Oh my goodness. Oh, so Wilma, you've been there, right?
Times.
Okay. Emmy, you've been to CBX4 Farms.
Yes.
Mr. Rene, holding the camera, you've been to CBX4 Farms.
Yes, sir.
Now, in 30 seconds or less, do you think CBX4 Farms, based on what you saw, having been there in person in Utah, do you believe that the plantation can make these natural medicines available to all of us and more?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes. We have 330 acres reserved for
Yes.
that, so that we can supply that throughout the world, not only United States. But right now, we have about like 33, 36 acres that more than enough to supply United States and other countries right now
Correct.
for the solution of our health.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. And we want you to know also that if you come to CBX4 Farms, you'll be able to see this for yourself. But that's how we're able to say the problem is solved. No longer do you have to go to a pharmacy, ask somebody in a white lab coat for some way to sleep or overcome your anxiety or depression. Now you can get it directly from TruIQ. And in fact, you can get it here today. So how do you get it? I said it. So let me explain it this way, and we'll jump on. You see here on the screen, when I say it, I mean all 4 of those natural medicines. These 4 natural medicines today are available to all members of TruIQ in 4 forms. They are on the far left. So you see the body, the CBX4 sublingual medicine, that's the 4-in-1 concentrate. Then the CBX4 body lotion, that's the transdermal delivery system. Looks like this. This has all 4 of those natural medicines in it, but as you can see, this little icon there says transdermal. This is a unique delivery system whereby you can push those natural medicines through your skin into your bloodstream, into your nervous system, into your body. So whether you take it sublingually under your tongue, like a dropper, or transdermally with the lotion or the CBX4 body mist, all of it goes through your skin. I think we all can agree that the skin is permeous. We absorb a lot through our skin. These natural medicines are available through our skin. Lastly, we'll talk about just super infused collagen 4. See that guy right there? It's called super infused collagen 4. What I love about this is not only does it have all 4 of those medicines, but it has 400% low molecular weight, sustainable marine collagen. I'm not expecting you to remember all of that, but remember this, that if you need collagen, if you're using collagen to restore your hair, your fingernails, your skin, your joints, this is the very best way to get it because it's delivered to every part of your body with all 4 of those natural medicines, the CBC, the CBD, the CBG, and the CBN. So, let's end on this about CBX4. If you're wondering, should I give it a try? Will it work for me? What's my risk? If I buy a package of TruIQ products and I start using the CBX4 line, what assurance do I have that I'll get those benefits that Jason told me about? And the assurance is what you see here on the screen. It's 100% guaranteed. Satisfaction. If you use up this product and at the end of that you say, oh my gosh, it just didn't work as well as I'd hoped, send it back. Send us an empty bottle and we will refund your money. That's how assured we are that there is a solution. Now, maybe we'll just talk about one more product and then we'll discuss the cash and the free cryptocurrency. Right here is what you see, a product called Micro. Do we have any members here today who are using Micro? No? Oh, this will be fun.
I
We
am.
get to bring up a new topic then.
I am.
Who is?
Me.
You are using Micro.
Yes.
Do you like it?
Of course. I want to be sexy.
Anybody? Well, too late. You're already sexy, so there's not much more you
Oh,
can
that's
say.
more sexy.
Beautiful too.
Sexy and more sex, I guess that's relative. Anybody else using Micro? Oh, good. So we get to discuss something new. Well, check this out. What Dr. Carroll specifically helped us understand was that the secrets of the bodybuilding and fitness community can now be unlocked and unleashed naturally and safely. See, there's a way to trim down and tone up even while you sleep. There's a metabolic boost that can help our bodies do exactly what you see here safely and energetically. So consider this. If you know someone who wants to burn fat off of their body, so if, let's say you know someone who has extra fat deposits that they just would rather get rid of, but they don't want to work hard to get rid of those,
Yeah.
or if they want to make sure that when they eat, those calories are used for energy, not fat creation, or perhaps would like to bring down their appetite and at the same time get rid of a lot of those toxins that have accumulated throughout a lifetime of our lifestyles. And if you want to, or if you know someone who wants to level out their insulin, blood sugar, and glucagon levels, then this is the product that does it. And it does it naturally and safely, leveraging, as I said, those secrets of the bodybuilding fitness community. I think we've all seen on television or in magazines, you see those perfect specimens of the human body on stage, right? They're all greased up and oily and sexy, and they walk out there and they do their whole routine, right? We've seen all of that, right?
That soon.
And we wonder, how do they do that? Because they eat between 15 and 20,000 calories a day. What would happen if you ate 20,000 calories a day for a couple of weeks? Would you look like them? Likely not. We certainly wouldn't. So what's their secret? How can they eat so much and look so amazing? It's because of the special ingredients in micro, particularly dynamine, teacrine, alpina-galanja. Those three with evodiamine, actually those four, those have been the secret sauce for those fitness professionals. And now you can get it for just a few bucks in micro. So if you want that secret, it's right here. So now let's discuss and end on this. If you become an active member of TruIQ, then our systems automatically track what you buy and what you recommend to whom. It's all done through the computer systems. And anytime you invite someone into the TruIQ movement, the system rewards you. Now, this reward system is what we call the income sharing program that pays you not only cash, but also can award you some cryptocurrency. So I'd like to show you, let's focus on this. Now, I know $15,000 a month is not very exciting for most of us, but let's start at the very, very bottom as a minimal assumption that if you happen to know 4 people who like the idea of using these products we just talked about and all the rest of them, then I'd like to show you how in 3 simple steps you can earn that cash. $15,000 to $24,000 a month. Step number 1 is as simple as become a member, which means buy a pack, and make sure you have a smart chip replenishment program set up on your account. That just means you don't run out of whatever it is you use most. It's called smart chip. When you do that, you become an active member, buy your pack, set up your smart chip. The system recognizes, the computer system recognizes that you satisfied the requirement of step number 1 of 3. Step number 2 is as simple as helping those, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, or more people to do the same thing. They bought a package and they made sure their smart chip was active too. When you do that, though, the best part I think of all is this: a 50% first order bonus will come to you. US dollars. As an example, today we're offering this $1,200 package for $900. When, say, you enroll someone who buys that package for $900, your first order bonus would be what? How much? $450.
Yes.
Exactly right. So let's say you bought that very same package, this one, for $900 because it's still on sale. And then you sponsored 4 or more people who bought the very same package. What would your income be there? $450, $450, $450, $450. You would have earned $1,800 just in the first order bonus. But most importantly, the computer system recognizes that you satisfy the requirements of step number 2. Step number 3 is what we call duplicate. So remember, this is you, and you referred 4 people to TruIQ. Now you're helping each one of those 4 people do the same thing. When that happens, as I said, it's called duplication, and that duplication will invariably, guaranteed, cause you to receive that monthly income of over $15,000 US. $15,000 minimum US dollars. It's more likely to be somewhere around 24,000. That's minimum. But I know for a lot of us, This is even more interesting. Cryptocurrency. That's where the real huge long-term millions of legacy wealth comes from. So how do you get it? Well, first let's talk about what it is. It's called TrueCoin. And there are 4 things that make TrueCoin stand out in the world of cryptocurrencies that even cause it to be better in so many ways than so many of the established cryptocurrencies. And they are this. Not only is the cryptocurrency new, the technology that makes it is new, but it's based on that real product sale. Every single time you use your CBX4 or refer someone to buy a micro, every single one of those transactions creates value in TrueCoin, that cryptocurrency. And that is why it says product-based, but also has intrinsic value. TrueCoin is the first and only cryptocurrency that derives its initial value directly from an American product-based company with patented, unique health products. That is where your lifestyle legacy income is going to come from. It's some serious money and serious value. So if you've ever thought, oh my gosh, I missed out on the cryptocurrency wave. I was invited to buy cryptocurrency years ago, did not. Now I feel like I was kind of left out. Don't feel that way at all, because as members of TruIQ, there are 2 ways by which you can profit from the TrueCoin movement. Number 1 is for free. As we said before, all active members of TruIQ will receive free cryptocurrency. The other way is if you want more, you can get it before the rest of the market can. Now, when I say before the rest of the market, we allowed a certain number of TruIQ members to buy TrueCoin before it before it becomes available to the rest of the world. In just 7 weeks, in just 7 weeks, the price of TrueCoin has gone from 6 cents each to $1.91. That's over a 3,000% increase. And that's only in the first, let's call it 2 months. Imagine what's going to happen over the next 2, 3, 5 months, the next year or 2. Would you be willing to fix your health so that in 10 years from now, you can have a 7-figure nest egg? That's the question we hope all of you are asking now. So remember I told you that TrueCoin is available to all active members of TruIQ for using and promoting TruIQ products. Well, let's show you this. How do I get my coin? I hope you're asking that question. How do I claim my fair share of TrueCoin? I'm a member of TruIQ. I've been earning True Points. I've been telling people about the good news. How do I get mine? Here's how. Right there, what you see here on the screen. Number 1, make sure you create a TRX TronLink wallet. Upload that wallet to your TruIQ account or join the Q Club, whichever is easiest. But if you do these things, then you'll be able to claim all those free coins that you get from, number 1, becoming a member, setting up your smart chip. Remember the 3 steps that pay you the cash between $15,000 and $24,000 a month for sponsoring 4 people? Step number 1 was what? Who remembers what step number 1 is?
Become a member.
Become a member with a pack and set up your smart chip. Step number 1. Well, when you do that, the TrueCoin blockchain recognizes those very same activities as being productive and value drivers for TrueCoin, and so will reward you in a certain way in TrueCoin benefits. Step number 2. What was step number 2? You remember? That's right. Thank you. Refer 4 or more people. Well, when you do that, the system looks at how many people you personally enrolled, 4, 5, 6, whatever the number is, and also tallies up what did they buy. Did they buy packages? All of that value creates for you cryptocurrency benefit. And step number 3 was the D word. Duplicate. Exactly. As your team duplicates, and as we come to meetings like this, as you host your own meetings like this, webinars even, go to special events, when you come to CBX4 Farms, the processing facilities, whatever it is, when you do that, the TruCoin blockchain smart contracts watch all of that activity and award you some amazing benefits. So let's end on this part right here. We brought today for you exclusively some of these what we call bronze packs. In this package are all the products that we've been using to fix our health problems and we've seen work so well in a family setting. So if you happen to know someone or if you have a family and would like to experience the full benefit of the TruIQ product movement in the cheapest possible, lowest possible price, this is the way to do it. If you buy them separately, retail, this would cost over $1,200. But even wholesale, as an active member of TruIQ, it still is over $1,000. But today, we charge only $900. But most importantly of all, not only is the price so far reduced, but you can receive it today without shipping, and you receive cryptocurrency benefits. You will receive 1,000 True Points.
Wow.
And the sponsor, whoever invited you to buy this, will receive double that, 2,000 True Points. So if you're interested at all in fixing your health, earning some serious cash, and cashing in on the cryptocurrency movement without having to buy the cryptocurrency, this is the best way to do it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, my friends, have we any questions about what we've discussed here today? Yes, sir.
You said True Point. Is that true? How many True Points do you need to get True Point?
That's one of my favorite questions because True Points determine how many True Coin you get upon the closure of every single block of 105,000 True Coin. Those who have more True Points will receive a greater proportion of those 105,000 True Coin every single time a block closes. So it could be that 1 point equals more or even a little bit less, but they have tremendous influence on how many True Coin you're likely to receive every single block.
The 105,000.
So there are 21 million
Okay.
True Coin.
I was about to say, because that sounded a bit, so that's only what you've mined so far to be released.
Yeah, we have 2,600 blocks total to be mined. There are 21 million total True Coin available in the blockchain. We've closed 4 blocks already and are about to close block 5. So here in the next couple of days or weeks, as block 5 closes, it's going to mint 105,000 True Coin. The question the system then asks is, who has True Points? And whoever has True Points will receive their fair share of those True Coin. And so it goes every single block up until we mint all 21 million, just like Bitcoin.
Is it, what basis is it using?
It's on the Tron network, TRX.
Because a lot of the programming is on the grid.
TRX. We found it works more efficiently, less expensive, and faster than areas that we get the same. Any other questions? Yes.
So for the CBD, that the kind of oil, is there age limit for that to use?
The CBX4?
Yes.
This one right there?
Mm-hmm.
We recommend, generally speaking, that you want to give it to children over 3 years old. But after that, just adjust it by weight. Now, children 12 years old and older should take the full adult dose. But between 3 and 12, we recommend that you adjust the dose based on weight. So if you would take, say, 1 vial or one dropper, I should say, one dropper of CBX4 per day as an adult, and let's say your 10-year-old weighs roughly half of your weight, then you would give them half dose.
Okay.
But it's completely safe for all ages. Did you have another question?
Yes. Another one. For the coin, I am more interested of aside from, of course, I understand that it's come along with the oil and everything. So in the Philippines, there are companies that already, in my company that I work there, we accept Bitcoin in Bitcoin. So is it the same or cryptocurrency? So right now here in the US, is it like so common to purchase things? Because in my company there, we accept Bitcoin purchase for the property, like house, condominiums, that kind of property. So is it possible that if I work hard to earn that kind of point, and then in the future I can avail, like use it to purchase a house here in the US? It's the same what we have in the Philippines.
Ideally, yes. And the good news is, initially, as we roll it out through phases, you'll be able to use your TruCoin to buy all of your TruIQ products. You'll be able to share it and exchange it with all other TruIQ members. But as TruIQ TruCoin is available on the global exchanges, you can exchange your TruCoin for any other coin available on those global exchanges to buy whatever you want with it.
Okay. Because I remember we have there like different kind of coin that we accept. So we have some clients also that they're just offering us different, like 4 or 5 different coins that we use, but I forget the name. I just remember.
Thank you for asking that. And that's a very important question is, so what value will TruCoin have for me in the future? And that value, as long as we continue growing and building as we are now, the value of TruCoin to you will be you can buy all kinds of things, specifically TruIQ products, and be able to exchange it on the global exchanges for cash, any currency you want, or any other cryptocurrency you want, or perhaps even to buy real goods. But now the most important question is accumulating it. You want to accumulate as many cryptocurrencies, TruCoin, as you can. As its value keeps going up and up and up, you want to have more and more of it. I mean, imagine if you bought your first 100 TruCoin for 6 cents a piece. And today, you'd have to spend $1.90 to buy those very same TruCoin. Now, fast forward 5 years from now, when it costs $350 a coin. Would you rather have obtained it today and accumulated it? The question in our mind is pretty obvious. You want to earn as much TruCoin as you can and hang on to it as long as you can, because that is going to be your legacy lifetime income. That's the income you'll buy your yacht, your houses, your cars, your homes with. That's its intent. And it's only going to take a few years. If you consider that Bitcoin in just 10 years went from roughly 8 cents to $40,000, 10 years, even if TruCoin only does maybe 1% as well as that, you would still have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank simply for following these 4 steps. Become a member, buy a pack, help 4 people do the same, and duplicate. Yes?
How long has CBX4 been open to come to market, open to the
TruIQ was rolled out in 2019, just before the pandemic. Now, we had to really close things down during the pandemic for reasons we all know. We all had to shutter our doors. We couldn't do meetings. So essentially, TruIQ has been operating efficiently for 1.5 years, if you take out the pandemic time. But even before 2019, we were working on formulating TruIQ's products. CBX4 is the creation of, years of research. Yes, sir.
How many members do you currently have?
We don't disclose that.
And the second part,
But we're still very small and new,
no.
if that's your question.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with it. And the other
I
question
can tell you it's under 10,000.
and the second question was, is it only being able to be sold in the US? Because as you can tell, I've got an accent and I'm from Australia. So it would be a wonderful market in Australia, that was all.
I agree. And we do have a system whereby we can ship all across the world. At the moment, our systems are set up to efficiently ship to Philippines, Mexico, Guatemala, and United States. But any country that accepts these products for personal consumption only, we can have available in days.
Australia just got approved for.
So we could sell in Australia next week probably. Our shipping partner has relationships that leverage on the, what is that called? The Amazon Prime network. So anywhere Amazon can ship across the world, so can we. We use the same trucks, the same mechanisms. So if Amazon is available in Australia, then so can TruIQ. We just need to do what, as we call, follow the leader. So if you have people there, we'll follow you into it. Any other questions? Yes.
One more thing. So I understand that you guys have your own farm in Utah.
Correct.
So the question is that owned by TruIQ or is it a different company that they're just producing it for you?
Oh no, it's a full partnership. It's called a co-op, a cooperative production arrangement whereby all 9 of us entities, we all work together as one single whole.
Okay.
So I would recommend you come to CBX4 Farms and you'll just see how seamless that whole integration works.
All right.
It's wonderful.
It's good to know.
Yeah, we're pretty happy with it.
All right.
Next question.
Do you have any other packages that are focusing solely just on the CBX funnel?
Yes, we have. We have a package here today called the Business Pack. It has 6 of just the CBX4 oils in it. It's buy 5, get 1 free. Actually, I think it might even be a little bit lower price than that.
And what is that price at?
I think it's $450, $455, somewhere around there.
And that's also a membership pack?
Yes, correct.
So who farms and processes your product?
CBX4 Farms. The product is called CBX4, and it's grown in Utah at CBX4
Mormon
Farms.
Mormon owned.
Sorry?
Mormon owned.
Mormon owned? I'm not sure of the religious affiliation. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what their religious affiliation is, but I do know that we work very well together.
Yes, usually, yeah. People from Utah usually.
No, I do know they're really good people to work with. We've been partners for quite some time and are very happy with their morals and the ideals.
So the
They're very
Mormons-
much committed
The
to this.
Mormons farm your product. It's a question.
No, they do not. It's not, the farm's not owned by the Mormon church or anything
No.
like that. It's an individual that we co-opt with and we're partners with now. He owns a cattle farm and
It's a corporation. It's a Utah corporation.
You know, I used to be a farmer
Sure.
and I didn't grow marijuana, but essentially that's what you're doing. You're going in and cutting it like hay, I guess, right?
No, so sorry, I have to stop you there. We're not growing marijuana.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said,
Okay.
it's a joke.
All right. I thought you said essentially we're growing marijuana.
No, I said I didn't.
Yeah, but no, it's not cut like hay. There's a very specific process by which we take the seeds out of the temperature controlled safe, or usually early March, put them into the greenhouses, roughly 50 to 80,000 of them into individual trays. Then we bloom them in the greenhouses until they're about 10 inches tall. Thereafter, they are placed directly into the plantation in rows across, right now it's only about 35 acres worth. But the harvest mechanism is nothing like hay. It's watered differently, it's treated differently, it's all organic. There's a huge difference between growing a typical large crop and growing CBX4 plants.
Well, I probably confused that by being kind of smart at this, but how do you then process and get out your your chemicals or whatever you want to call it.
Now, that's an excellent question. The medicines, so you're asking how do we get those natural medicines out of the plant? Okay, now that's what I want to end on here. So members of TruIQ who have already been to CBX4 farms, we're planning the next visit to Utah, a behind the scenes visit to Utah. Instead of at CBX4 farms, we're planning instead to go to the extraction and bottling facility, where you will see how we take those plants after they're harvested and dried, biomass is what we end up calling it, how that becomes CBX4. That's what we want to show you next.
Is this hemp, Jason? This is
Yes,
hemp?
hemp. But it's a very specific strain of hemp. It's CBX4. Most hemp only has CBD and maybe a little bit of the other, what they call minor cannabinoids. But the CBX4 strain has high levels of all four of those natural medicines. And then we take it through further steps to elevate the CBC, cannabichromine, CBG, cannabidiol, and CBN, cannabinol levels even above medicinal grade. And that's what we want to show you. But for now, even though you don't get to see it in person, we'd like you just to know it is there, it is real, and it's right here in these bottles, in all the CBX4 product line. So my friends, thank you so much for coming here today. Let's do this. Let's wrap up. We have 3 different packages that are available for you here today. This bronze pack, that's the best deal. We have multiples of those. You can leave today with it, without shipping, and get those points I told you about. Or we have the package that you asked about that has just the CBX4 in it. And we have a smaller family pack. So whichever package you want, by all means, please let us know. Don't leave here today without at least joining TruIQ, buying your package, and setting up your smart chip so that you can start immediately earning your True points and qualify to receive all that cash from the people and cryptocurrency from the people you tell this to. The family pack has CBX4 sublingual, has CBX4 body lotion, CBX4 body mist, CBX4 super infused collagen 4, and there's one other product in there. I'll have to open it up.
Micro.
I think maybe it is a micro. I'd have to look. But anyway, there are 5 products in that package, if I remember. $275.
Oh, that's also member.
So 900, 450, or 275. Those are the
member
three.
already.
And if you're an active member already, you can still buy that today and get all the same benefits as if you were new.
For the 275, that one also has the same benefits of the membership and crypto? Yes, sir.
Yes, just not as much. Yeah. You don't get nearly as many points.
It doesn't have the 50% off, only the
It's not 50% off, it's a 50% bonus, yes.
It still has that?
He's the sponsor of 50%
Micro,
bonus.
collagen, saka
Yes.
yung smooth and silk na oil na nilalagay sa mukha.
Sorry, go ahead, I didn't hear you.
Ano gagawin niya tita? Papagandahin ko. Maganda yung skin niya.
Okay, my friends, well, so as I said, let's do this. We're done, we're free, we're available. If you need a paper form, which is an enrollment form, I recommend you do that. Otherwise, we can do it online. Swipe your card and give you your product right away. Now also, I forgot to mention this. If you happen to know others in this area, in 20 minutes,
Okay.
in 20 minutes, we will be at this address, Eastern Avenue. So roughly 15 minutes away on Eastern Avenue at the TruIQ meeting place between Tropicana and Flamingo. Excuse me, we will give a similar presentation to this one. So if you'd like to maybe join us again tonight, receive some free gifts. As you can see here on the screen, guests who go to that meeting will receive a free sample of the CB